All right, this is for assignment 2, which is the organize the pizza. Some of you have already done it, and that's fine. When I look at this, it says that we should group things together that go together, and then I said to use Lucid Charts or some other program to diagram the groups as database entities. We'll try that. I'm not going to be too worried about that when you turn in your assignments. To do that, you will probably want to go to Lucid Charts. I'm going to go to the main page on Lucid Charts. Lucid Charts is a nice diagramming program. It costs money. One of the things that you don't want to do is set up a free trial, because that'll only give you like one diagram and it will limit everything you can do. So this is at lucidchart.com. Okay. So if you go all the way down to the bottom of the page, there is a solutions education. And if you click on that, it will give you a chance to sign up for an education account. So you want to do the free EDU account, right? And it tells you what you get and with that. So you want to do the free EDU account. You will need your school login. All right, that means your first name dot last name at seattlecolleges.edu or Seattle Central EDU. I'm not sure which it is, but you will need that email to sign up. When you do that, they give you like 10 free diagrams, which is probably not enough. But if you delete a diagram, you can have another one. All right. So the other thing I'm going to show, is that the blog, these are what we did for our brainstorming of pizza. And I will try to set up a few quick entities for that. We will come back to that and maybe change things after a bit. I probably won't do everything. So I've already logged into Lucid Chart. I'm going to do a new, so let's go to documents. Did I lose documents? Yeah. I'm going to do a new document. And I want to do a entity relationship diagram. And I want to do a blank one. So here's a blank ERD data flow. That will work. So I'm going to create the document. And I'm going to, because it's an entity, you struggle down here, it has entity relationships. So I'm going to drag one on here. I'm going to increase the zoom here by quite a bit. So then I have to go find my thing. All right. So an entity is basically a box, and it's basically a preview for a table. So I'm going to call this one pizza. I'm going to say that this is the primary key. Remember, the primary key is what uniquely identifies this this entity. I'm going to say, so we had a few things under there. We had what kind of crust, what kind of sauce. Let me look again real quickly. We had sauce, sides, and size. When you need to add a thing, you can go up here and do below. That gives you another one. Sauce, size. And I'm going to add one more, and we'll do sides. Couple of things to know. This right now we're just doing basic organization. These do not make good final entities. All right, so let's look at what else we've got here. We've got customer. Oh yeah, price would be good to put in the pizza probably. So I'm going to add one more here, which will be price. And I'm getting rid of the keys because only one of these is the primary key. All right. So let's do customer. And we're not worried about how these relate to each other yet. So primary key, and we'll do customer key or customer ID. We probably want their name. You could do first name, last name if you want. And we will probably want their phone. We may be only interested in one phone. If you wanted more than one phone, we'd have to break that out, but again, that's for later. I'm going to add a email. I'm going to add a address. And while we're doing address, we probably should add like city and state. And we want to add probably zip code. And then I'll delete these extra keys. So all I'm trying to do is put the things that go together. And again, this is something that could be fairly difficult, could take a lot of exercise. I'm going to then do a, go back here and see what other kinds of topics we've got. Let's do order. Well, we could do employee. Employee is easy. So I'll bring this in. And we'll do employee. So that's the name. And I will do employee key or ID. So this will be the primary key. I'm just going to do employee name. That's the only thing I'm going to put in here. Because we don't need to do all the human resources stuff. And in fact, to get rid of this, I can delete that one. All right, so let's look at another. So we've got order. I'm not going to worry about side products. I'm going to just worry about pizzas right now. So let's do order. And then I'll probably, when we talk about order, so I'm going to do order. I'm going to do the order key or ID. I'm going to do probably the date and the time. Date and time, by the way, are not great entity names for fields because they're reserved words in the SQL language and as data types. So it might be better to do like order date and order time. And then we would want probably customer key. This is doing relationships early, but all right. And then I'm going to do, this is not going to work, but we'll give it that for right now. And we will do delivery method. All right. Is there other stuff we want? I'm not going to worry too much about customer inventory. I think we're just going to focus on the order, the customer, and the pizza. Possibly drinks and stuff, but for right now I'm just going to let this be what we have. So if I bring down the zoom a little bit, you can see that right now I have 4 entities. When we're done, we'll have a lot more than that. I will return to that, but that gives me sort of a preliminary organization, and it shows you what an entity looks like. Couple of ways about turning this in. One of the things you can do is you can share, and if you share it, you'll have to give it a name, and then it'll give you a link, and you can post that link into Canvas, and I will be able to see it here. Another way is to save it, but make it an export. Actually, they call it exporting. Publish document, import. I'm looking for save. That's not what I want. I want to do export this. Export. And you can export it as a PDF and then upload that PDF to the Canvas. Either one works. Either share it or export it. Don't use this export. Use the file export. Couple of things. Make sure you do share it, because the link without the share won't let me see it. Okay. So I am going to call that good for this video, and then we're going to do, and if you turn in this, something very similar to this, or any kind of version, it doesn't even have to be entities, I will give you credit for this.